Schneider.
Schneider, John Schneider, Steve-O, WJDT. Well, good to be on the phone with John Schneider. Some may know him, Bo Duke, from the Dukes of Hazzard, and many, many other roles. And, John, we're talking to you today because we're excited. You're going to be in our area real soon for Hazzard Fest.
I know. I'm so excited about it. It's great to be part of the Dukes of Hazzard in this, especially now, in this crazy, crazy world. It's wonderful to be part of what people remember as being a shining part of their lives. You know, it's just great. I love it.
And we can't wait to have you. We're going to see you Saturday, October 3rd. It's going to be a big weekend. I even think that during Hazzard Fest, you're bringing a special race car.
I am. In fact, the gentleman that built the car just brought me a little. It's not really a Hot Wheels, but it's a little car like the size of a Hot Wheels that is a replica of my orange General Lee open-wheeled modified dirt track car. And, so I've got that here now. The car is going to come. It's going to be fun. It's going to be the only one there. And hopefully they're going to let me go out there and do a hot lap or 12 on the what I understand is the world's greatest dirt track. So I'm excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm racing the same car tomorrow in Mississippi, so hopefully there'll be something left.
Oh, you are involved, man. You've got so much going on.
Well, I believe in having a good time and chasing your dream with everything you've got. Grab a hold of that sucker with both hands.
That's awesome. And not only will you be bringing your car, you'll be meeting fans, but maybe even a little special concert too.
Bringing the band. We're going to do a big concert on Saturday, but there's a VIP event that's happening Friday night, and that's going to be me and Cody McCarver and our buddy Zach, who plays. He comes from the hills of Tennessee, and he plays the guitar. He's unbelievable. So we're doing a little acoustic VIP concert for the VIP guests on Friday, and then we're going to let it all loose and do a big concert with my band called the Stars and Bars. We're going to do a bunch of the old hits from way back when, and also a bunch of the new music from the movie we just finished called Stand On It, which is our tribute to Smokey and the Bandit.
Yes, I just watched the trailer of that a few moments ago. That is so cool.
Doesn't it look like fun?
So much fun. I cannot wait.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited about it because, it's a movie that's aware that there was a movie called Smokey and the Bandit. So we are living within a world that talks about, that was a movie. It was a great movie, but it was a movie. And in the movie, it was 28 hours. So it's fun. If you're a Smokey and the Bandit fan, and if you're a Dukes of Hazzard fan, and a fast car fan, and a silly sheriff fan, then I believe you're going to love Stand On It.
Can't wait. So excited about that. Plus, you've got new music, too.
Why not? Yeah, we have new music because the music that is in Stand On It is all a bunch of our brand new music. But we just had a single release not that long ago, a couple of weeks ago, called Cowboys Don't Get Old, which it's in Stand On It. But this is what a great song. Keith Burns from Trick Pony wrote it, and I just love it. It's somewhere in my soul, when I was a kid and I watched John Wayne up on the big screen, and I saw Robert Redford and Paul Newman and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and the Wild Bunch and all these great movies when I was growing up, I always fancied myself a cowboy, and I still do. So when you hear this song, Cowboys Don't Get Old, if you feel like you're a cowboy or a cowgirl, then I think you'll know exactly what I'm talking about in this song. So check that out. We have a great new video out on my YouTube channel, which is called John Schneider. That's the YouTube channel. And check out the video for Cowboys Don't Get Old and see if it doesn't bring a tear to your cowboy eye.
I just watched it a few moments ago, and I'm right there with you. And I think what we're going to do right after this interview is I'm going to spin that song.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll definitely play that song. Give our listeners a taste of your new music.
I appreciate that.
And I think that they will be very, very happy with the new music, new project. So we'll spin that here in just a few moments.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it.
You bet. So a couple of questions I want to ask pertaining to the Dukes of Hazzard. So tell me, during the Dukes, was it before or was it during that you really knew that there was something special about the Dukes of Hazzard?
Oh, I thought there was something special about it when I read the sides for the audition. Smokey and the Bandit had just changed the world. That was a movie that cost, now they say it cost $3 million. When they were making it, I heard that it cost $1 million. So whatever it cost, but it grossed $269 million in 1977.
Incredible.
And everybody had a CB. Everybody had a Keep On Truckin' shirt. There was no bigger star in the world than Burt Reynolds.
Right.
And when I read Dukes, and I realized, my gosh, I'm going to get to be this guy that drives this car like nobody else. And there were no jumps in the scripts. That kind of happened when the stunt guys went out and got a little rambunctious. They decided just to go for it. Our stunt coordinator, Paul Baxley, just went for it, and a whole new breed of television and certainly television stunts was born. But I felt as an 18-year-old, that's how old I was when I first started Dukes,
yep,
that this thing was going to be a stone cold smash. Certainly in places where there were race enthusiasts. Which I always was. I mean, I'm from New York, but I'm from New York State, and we have a beautiful track up in Watkins Glen that is a wonderful road course.
Yep.
That I've gotten to drive around a time or two in the good old days. And of course, I was only 18, so it never occurred to me that a show was on the air that wasn't a hit. So I had the strength of my ignorance, and so when the show became a smash right off the bat, I wasn't surprised. And that's not really cocky. It was just like, oh, well, of course, all the kids I grew up with are going to love this show. And there were a lot of us. So, I'm the tail end of the whole baby boomer thing. So there were a lot of 18-year-olds at that point. So it's just been great. Now, did I know that when I was 60 years old, I'd still be talking about it? Absolutely not.
It's incredible. And I'm still watching it. Still love it.
Yay! It'll keep you young.
That's right. So with the Dukes, too, another question. So one storyline that maybe you would have liked to have continued from the show or maybe extended into something further?
We always talked about wanting to be on the NASCAR circuit. We always talked about racing, but we only did it once or twice. I would like to have seen that. I would like to have seen Bo and Luke really race around the track, really go out. But, of course, that's difficult to do, and it's cost prohibitive. But I think the crowd, the Dukes fans, would have liked to have seen what we were talking about rather than just have us talk about it.
Too cool. That's a great storyline.
Yeah. So now at 60, now I'm kind of living the life that Bo talked about.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's pretty great.
So I also know that you have an autobiography, and tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it's called My Life, My Way, and it talks about sneaking onto the set of Smokey and the Bandit. It talks about the Dukes auditions and what that was like, and what life on the Dukes of Hazzard set was like. It talks about the music and living with Johnny Cash. I mean, it goes through a lot of what I've been through, but the linchpin of it is that I believe we're all designed to do something. I believe we all have a dream, and we need to pursue it.
Yes. With
everything we've got. I'm not any different than anybody else, except that I never stopped pursuing my dream, ever. I'm sitting here in front of a computer screen working on the soundtrack album for Stand On It. So I I go after everything I go after with everything I've got. It's the only way I believe that you can be successful at whatever it is your dream is.
Absolutely.
And I believe everybody can be successful at whatever it is that their dream is, but they've got to go for it.
Sure.
People want a shortcut. Well, there is no the trick to it is there's a trick to it. It's called hard work.
Right. I'm with you, man. I am with you. I've got to do a lot in my short career and things that I never thought that I would be able to do, but I've done it. But it's taken my nose to the ground and just pushed through some tough times.
Oh yeah, it's true. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Absolutely
true. You just got to go for it.
So we've covered your book. We've talked about, and by the way, with Stand on It, you were talking about sneaking on the set of Smokey and the Bandit, and that's kind of what led to this movie.
Yeah. I loved. I was 16 years old, and I heard they were filming. Burt Reynolds was in town. I was in Atlanta, and Burt Reynolds was in town doing this movie called Smokey and the Bandit at the fairgrounds. I skipped school with a buddy and snuck out there and hopped a fence and found somebody with a walkie-talkie and tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, I'm sorry I'm late, but traffic on I-85 is a bear. Where's hair and makeup?" And nobody wants to admit they don't know who you are. People are generally pretty nice, so I got into hair and makeup and wound up spending the day with Jackie Gleason.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So, you've got to have. That's another thing I talk about in the book. You've got to be willing to fail in order to succeed. You've got to pick yourself up, brush yourself off. They could have kicked me out. I guess they could have had me arrested, but they didn't. I wound up there and having a great time.
What a way to get started. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I appreciate your time. I know that you've got things to do. You're busy. I won't keep you any longer, but we are so looking forward to seeing you at Hazard Fest. And that's going to be Saturday, October 3rd, Volunteer Speedway. And you're going to be joined by some other fine folks, too.
Well, I've got some wrestler buddies, but I also have my buddy Cody McCarver from Confederate Railroad and my band. My band is called the Stars and Bars.
Yep.
We're going to do a concert, but we have the VIP event is Friday night, and that's going to be an acoustic concert because I think there's the VIP thing I think is limited to 100 people.
Yeah.
So come on out. That's where we really get to talk, and you can ask your 1,000 questions. At the event, I have a sneaking suspicion the event is going to be pretty jam-packed. They usually are.
Yes.
And since everybody's been staying home and it's about time people got out and said howdy to their neighbor, I think this is going to be a pretty big event. So if you want to hang out, then consider getting a VIP pass for Friday night. You get it. You get a picture, you get an autograph, you get a lanyard, and we actually do get to hang out. And Cody and Zach and I will be doing a little concert.
And that's going to be Friday night at the Roadhouse right next to the track. And we're excited to see you Friday night. We're excited to see you Saturday at Hazard Fest. It's going to be a big weekend. And I know you enjoy spending time and seeing your fans.
I do. Selfishly, I do. I want to hear what they've been thinking about for 40 years. Why is the Dukes of Hazzard still important to you? That's what I want to hear. So let me know.
Awesome. John
All right,
Schneider,
my friend.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you in a few short days.
Yay, and remember, cowboys don't get old.
And could you give me a big yeehaw?
Yeah!
Awesome. Thank you, John. Have a great day, and we'll see you real soon.
Okay, bye-bye, my friend.
Thank you.